Hello students, in earlier video we have seen the topic of elasticity of demand and the method to calculate it. Now we will see types of elasticity. So there are 5 types of elasticity. We will see one by one that what is the condition and how the diagram is made in each case. Okay, so without wasting any further time, let's start with the first one, that is the first condition where we have perfectly inelastic demand. Okay, so inelastic means that there will be no change in demand. Elasticity will mean that there is change, but inelastic there is no change in the demand. So this condition is perfectly inelastic. Okay, so the diagram will be somewhat like this, that we will see that the price is changing from P to P1. Okay, but the quantity is same here, that is Q only. So even though the price is changing from P to P1, the quantity is still same. Okay, it can be clearly seen that even after the price has increased, there is change in the price, the quantity is still the same, demand is still the same. That's why this situation will be known as perfectly inelastic demand, and we represent it as elasticity of demand is equal to 0. Why 0? Because there is no elasticity seen here, that's why it's 0. Okay, so these things you have to keep in mind: the diagram, the representation, and the name. The second condition, less than unitary elastic. Okay, unitary means 1, unit means 1. So less than 1 or less than unitary elastic. First we will see how the diagram is made. Here what we will see, students, that the price, here you can see the price of the commodity has increased. Okay, P from P to P1, and as we know, price increases, the quantity decreases. So from Q, the quantity demanded has decreased to Q1. Okay, when we will join the line, see P original price and Q original Q, we joined it like this. Then new price has increased, so quantity decreased. Let us join this two also. Okay, somewhat it will be made like this. So in this, when we will make the line of demand, it will be made like this. Okay, it will be a little more tilted than this one. As this was straight, this will be a little tilted, and we can see the gap also, that there is a big change in the price. Okay, but there is very small change in the quantity. So that's why this is less than unitary elastic. Okay, then the third condition is about unitary elastic. So unitary is equal to 1. So here our elasticity of demand will be equal to 1. When we will see the diagram, it will represent that the level of price change, how much there is change in the price, that much will be the change in quantity demanded. Let us see. Here it is the original price P, it is the original quantity demanded Q. So let us join this. Now change in price, increase in price will lead to decrease in quantity demanded. So P1 will be joined to Q1. Okay, and when we make the demand curve, this will be like this, a little more tilted than this one. Okay, this is a lot more straighter. So here we can see the gap also, that the gap between price and quantity both are same, which shows us the same level of change in price as well as quantity demanded, and that represents our elasticity of demand equal to 1, that is unitary elastic. The fourth one is more than unitary elastic. So more than unitary elastic will represent elasticity of demand is more than 1. Okay, because it is more than unitary. So here the quantity demanded change will be more as compared to price. Here we can see from P to P1 price is changing very less, but Q to Q1 the quantity demanded is changing a lot here. Representing it with a diagram, original price joined with original quantity and P1 will be joined with Q1. Increase in price has led to a decrease in quantity demanded. The diagram is made in this way, and this demand line we will make. Here we can see that it is more tilted, okay, this is more tilted than this one. So this will represent our more than unitary elastic. The gap also we can see that between the price change it is very less, but between the quantity demanded it is very more, okay. So this represents elasticity is more than 1. Then the fifth one that we are having is about perfectly elastic. Perfectly elastic means there is more change or only change in the quantity demanded, but there is no change in the price. That shows perfectly elastic, okay. This one is just opposite to the first condition. Here it was perfectly inelastic, no change in the demand, and here it is perfectly elastic. Only change in demand but no change in price. So change in demand but the price is same, okay. So change in demand from Q to Q1, change in quantity is there but price is same at both the levels. So a straight horizontal line will represent the perfectly elastic condition, and it will be shown by elasticity of demand is equal to infinity, okay, because how much it will change we don't know about this. So students, these were the 5 types of elasticity of demand that we see. So whenever we will solve with the formula of percentage method, we will get some certain answer. Suppose we get the answer as 4. So 4, what we will see that it is elasticity will be more than 1. 4 will be more than 1. So that will be more than unitary elastic. If we get 0.25, so 0.25 will show 0.25 less than 1, ED less than 1. So that will be less than unitary. If our answer will come 1, then it will be 1 equal to 1, that is elasticity of demand equal to 1, which will be unitary elastic. So in this way, whatever answer we get, we can come to a conclusion that which type of elasticity it is, okay. This is the combined diagram we can see of all the 5 that this diagram shows. This is elasticity of demand equal to 0, this is less than 1, this is equal to 1, this is more than 1, and this one shows infinity, okay. So it was all about types of elasticity. Students, other than types of elasticity, there are some factors which affect the elasticity of demand. So some of the factors I am telling. The first one is it is related to the substitute goods. So if there are more substitute available for any goods, so its elasticity will be more, okay, because if we have the option, so there will be affecting the demand. If we have no option, so we will purchase that commodity only. So if price changes also, then we will purchase that commodity only because no option is available. So that will be inelastic demand. Then habit comes, okay. If we are habitual of anything, then if price changes also, then also we will purchase that particular commodity. Then we have our expenditure level, nature of the commodity. If it is essential good, then we will purchase it. If it is a luxurious one, then we may postpone it. So these are the factors which affect the elasticity of demand. And these were the types of elasticity. Thank you, students.